Wednesday night in Europe is back for the Magpies. Bonjour everyone, and Wednesday night sees Newcastle travel to South Wales. Yes, Bruce's European tour is well underway, and you all thought it wasn't going to happen. You know, all these nights are back. The big nights are back. Newport County away in Wales. I mean, you know, technically overseas. So, you know, European adventure starts now. I'd be all for it. I'd be there if it could be. But obviously, you know, in the northeast now, I can't leave the fucking house, so that's out the window. 4-5 Wednesday, Bruce's snatch and grab mags are turning into Bruce's Cup all-scoring mags as they look for another 7-0 win against another League 2 side. Newport are a couple of places above Morecambe, a couple of points above Morecambe, sitting third in the league in League 2, Newport, and they're having a good season so far. They've been entertaining, they've been scoring goals, but, you know, we do like playing League 2 sides. We don't quite like League 1, you know, Rochdale in that last year, stinky draws, Oxford at home especially, and then a Championship, you know, Blackburn, where we didn't really score many goals in that one, did we? That was a bit of a just got over the line on that one, as Podgy would say. But, you know, League 2 again, so we can be optimistic on Wednesday night. Surely this is us getting through to the quarter-final, famous last words. But I'm expecting the same kind of side that's played so far in the Cup. You know, Gillespie in goal. Ryan Fraser is thankfully in contention, but we'll get into all what Brucey said in his press conference soon. But I do expect the same team that pretty much hammered Morecambe to hopefully hammer Newport. Now, don't get us wrong, I think it will be harder than Morecambe. I think Newport are obviously a better outfit, a bit higher up the table, a bit better there, but I just think they've got a bit more about them in the Cup and in the style of play they like to play. I think Morecambe weren't asked at all about last week, where I think Newport, of what I've seen on their Twitter and what their players have been saying, you know, they seem to be dead up for it. They want to do well, they want to cause an upset. They're buzzing it on Sky Sports, 5:30, cameras are there. It's a big financial boost for them, so I'm glad to see that. You know, these lower league clubs, a lot of them are going to hugely struggle without fans being there, you know, main part of their revenue. So I'm glad the cameras are there. Hopefully it'll back Newport and other teams, you know, to do well and not go into pure meltdown through the whole corona bollocks. Their star player, their number 9, Podrick Amond, probably not how you pronounce it, but you know, we'll find out tomorrow. Who really cares? Well, we might care. We may end up caring because he's got the best goal record, tied most goals in cup competitions since 2016-17 amongst anybody. So he loves a goal, this lad does, and he'll be dead up for it. It was the interview I was watching where he was saying he really wanted to make a point on Wednesday night. He was actually in the Morecambe side that Newcastle beat 2-0 a few years ago in the Cup back in 2013, but we haven't played Newport in forever. I mean, funny enough, last week the 7-0 away at Morecambe was the biggest away win in Newcastle United competitive history. The home biggest win in competitive history takes us all the way back to 1947. We were beaten 4-2 in Division 2 at the now demolished Somerton Park, having won the first game 13-0 at St James's Park. So the only time we played Newport, got beat 4-2, won 13-0. Records everywhere, yeah, against these sides. So let's hope for another one. 8-0, yeah, that's Bruce is going to piss all over last week's record. Rodney Parade, what a name for a ground. It looks awful, but you know, Rodney Parade. Elbow Towers, you know, I don't want any jokes on Wednesday night. I want this to be just as nice and smooth as Morecambe was. I mean, what a pleasant surprise that was to be winning 5 at half time. They're down to 10 men. You know, it's just a matter of how many. And from the minute go, we'll just control possession, which, you know, as we've seen against Spurs and other games, Premier League, we'll never do that. So let's have a look at what Brucey said in his press conference today on Mark Gillespie. He has said he's kept 2 clean sheets and it was a big night for him against Blackburn. An opportunity has arose for him very quickly. He's done nothing wrong. I'm delighted for him. He's performed very well. It's true, Gillespie has performed very well. Pretty unknown, to me at least anyway, in a lot of years where he came from Scottish football. Well, no, he's a local lad, supports Newcastle, loves Ronan Keating. People were calling for him to play against Spurs, but Darlow gave him his life against Spurs, point proving maybe how well Gillespie's been playing, put that pressure on Carl Darlow. So, you know, Gillespie's going to keep his place in the Cup, definitely. He is the Cup keeper for now. 2 clean sheets, you can't ask for anything more of him. Hopefully he gets his third on Wednesday evening. Here's Brucey's typical bigging up the opposition, so if we get beat, you can say I told you so. Over the last few years, Newport have been a team that can produce a shock. They're a good side. I watched their performance from the weekend, the one before that when they beat Watford. I'm glad they beat Watford, to be fair, because Watford's a bit of a bogey team for us in it, but obviously Watford have dropped down the division now into the Championship, so it might have been a bit better for her, but still, Watford's always tricky for us. Brucey's bigging up his fellow opponent manager on Wednesday, Michael Flynn. So he's done a wonderful job there. Aye, Flinny, amazing job. Well done, Michael Flynn. Wonderful. We need to approach it right. Just approach it exactly the same way as Morecambe. Come flying out the block, show who's boss, show who's the Premier League side. Quality should shine through like you did against Morecambe. Easier said than done, like, because honestly I do think Newport are going to give one more of a game. They will go for it more and have more confidence. On Ryan Fraser, Brucey says he trained well yesterday. He says it was a good call to leave him out against Spurs. Wouldn't be seeing that if I got beat, would you, Brucey? Lucky one. Lucky escape again for Steve. We'll see how he trains today, but he's in contention for tomorrow, so that's good to see. I think we'll see another substitute appearance from Ryan Fraser on Wednesday evening, because he did very well off the bench, didn't he, against Morecambe. Cook looked a threat straight away, caused a couple of problems, a couple of dinks into the box and whatnot. So was it him that set up Carroll where Carroll missed at the back post? I'd love to see Andy Carroll get a fucking goal eventually as well on Wednesday evening. About Fabian Shaw still a way off, and Matt Ritchie is going to have an operation. He's going to be out for ages as well, so that's a bit stinky. So more call maybe going for the transfer market for left back. Wait and see. That's for another video. Newport on Wednesday. I'm going to go for a 4-1 win. Yes. I think Newport, will they take the lead? I don't know. Like I think they will nick a goal probably. But I think our quality will shine through. I really hope Joe Linton has another good game. And, you know, Jacob Murphy, who was great against Morecambe. Sean Longstaff, I tip him to score. You know, he's been waiting for one. He's been eager for one. He needs to prove a point as well, Sean, because we all know how poor he's been for a while now. So, big game for him to have a big game. But as long as Newcastle get through to the next round, I couldn't really be arsed. You know, I'd take a 1-0 now, just to get through to a quarter-final and see who we get from there. Just watching, everyone. Make sure you tune in to us on Wednesday night. We will be doing a live watch long. As always, make sure you check out the highlights. Some funny endings. To obviously the funny ending of the Spurs game, the VAR decision, and Wilson putting it in the back of the net. Subscribe to my channel TV and enjoy yourself.